LeBron and Bronny James playing on the same team. The king and his heir are under the same roof. Is it a dream or a nightmare? Yes, the Los Angeles Lakers have drafted LeBron's kid, Bronny James, and people say it's pure nepotism, while others say it's a strategic move. The question remains in everyone's mind. Is this a mistake? Let's start with the basics. The Lakers picked up Bronny in the second round of the NBA draft, using their 55th pick. While you must be thinking, doesn't 55th seem odd? But hold on, we'll get into why that number isn't as important as you might think. Father and son duo. With this draft pick, we're about to see something that's never happened before in NBA history. A father and son duo playing on the same team. LeBron and Bronny James would be sharing the court, wearing those iconic purple and yellow jerseys. Now we should mention that LeBron had not officially signed on for next season yet, but let's talk about facts. With his son now on the team, it seems unlikely that he'd choose to play anywhere else. The Lakers are giving LeBron exactly what he said he wanted for years, the chance to play alongside his oldest son. As soon as this news broke, the social media exploded with people saying it was nepotism. Some fans are upset, saying that Bronny only got this chance because of who his dad is. But wait, is it really that simple? Let's look at this from a few different angles. The case against nepotism claims. Remember how we said Bronny was the 55th pick? Well, let's talk about what that usually means for a player's career. In the past 5 years, only one 55th pick has become a regular player in their team's rotation. That was Aaron Wiggins in 2021. Before that, you must go all the way back to 2011 to find the 55th pick who made a significant impact in the league. That was E'Twaun Moore. So what does this tell us? Basically, the 55th pick is usually a long shot. Most players drafted this late don't end up having long NBA careers. The Lakers' strategy. When we look at it this way, the Lakers' decision starts to make a lot more sense. They used a pick that, statistically speaking, probably wouldn't have resulted in a star player anyway. Instead, they took a chance on a young player who has shown some real potential. Remember, before his medical condition in 2023, Bronny was a McDonald's All-American. He earned that spot because of his skills on the court, not because of his last name. Now let's look at what this means for the Lakers as a whole. By drafting Bronny, they've made it clear that they want to keep LeBron around. And why wouldn't they? Even at his age, LeBron is still one of the best players in the league. The coach connection. But wait, here's another interesting twist to the story. Just 3 days before drafting Bronny, the Lakers hired a new head coach, J.J. Redick. Now, if you follow basketball, you might know that Redick and LeBron James have a podcast together called Mind the Game. So within the span of a few days, the Lakers brought in LeBron's podcast partner as a coach and drafted his son. If that doesn't show how the Lakers are trying to keep themselves in the good books of LeBron James, we don't know what does. LeBron's future? With all these moves, it seems clear that LeBron will be sticking around in LA. He has a few options for how to do this. He could pick up his player option for next season, which would pay him $51.4 million, or he could sign a new contract extension. There's even talk that he could sign a 3-year deal worth $162 million. If he played that whole contract, he'd have the longest career in NBA history. Let's take a moment to appreciate how big of a deal this could be. If LeBron and Bronny to end up on the court together, they'll be the first father-son duo to play in the NBA at the same time. That's not just something to show off for the James family. It's a historic moment for the entire league. Bronny's recent stats. Now, let's focus on Bronny's stats in his 1 year of college. They weren't exactly mind-blowing, but the Lakers say they scouted him extensively, and he performed well in pre-draft workouts. It is also worth noting that Bronny is only 19 years old. He's got plenty of time to develop and improve his game. And who better to learn from than his dad, one of the greatest players of all time. Although Bronny wasn't the only player the Lakers drafted, with their 17th pick, they chose Dalton Knecht, a high-scoring wing player from Tennessee. So while Bronny might be the big headline, the Lakers are still focused on improving their team overall. Wrapping it up, is this a mistake? So after all this, was drafting Bronny James a mistake? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? On one hand, yes, there are valid concerns about nepotism and whether Bronny would have been drafted if his last name wasn't James. And indeed, his college stats weren't exactly mind-blowing. But on the other hand, the Lakers used a late draft pick, one that statistically rarely results in a star player. Why? To potentially keep one of the greatest players of all time happy and on their side. They're giving a young player with potential a chance to develop alongside some of the best in the game. And they're setting up what could be an incredible, historic moment in basketball. In the end, only time will tell if this was the right move. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be exciting to watch how this all plays out. Will Bronny prove the doubters wrong and become a star? Will we see the James father-son duo lighting up the court together? We can't wait to find out. That's all for now, guys. What do you think about this whole situation? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more NBA news and updates. Take care.